Yeah. New Tigolo, new Tigolo, new Tigolo, new Tigolo. 4:30. 7:30. 2:15. Hey yo, don't need a new style. Being dope is always in fashion. Beast to the West Coast, montage fashion. Everything's in-house, don't need a mansion. Doper than the last one. 4:30. Like me, Al mix. I spit that file, yeah, and one. Everybody swing and holler at me if you land one. Don't need perfection, just pass on and don't need to be signed. I ain't got a cast on. Lot of opportunity, easy bread I passed on. It just felt troubling. Now class is in session and we got them testers bubbling like Scantron, fresh out the kitchen. Signed with a stamp on. I'm on some greatness, y'all on some lateness with no foundation, so it could never last long. I displayed patience. I done played Jason. It's Saturday the 14th. You got a mask on. Come on. Pushing me to the brink. A stagger in my footsteps and I don't even drink. It's so much on my mind, dog, and I can't even think.
It feels like everything is falling down.
Pushing me to the brink. A stagger in my footsteps and I don't even drink. It's so much
What up,
on
what
my
up?
mind, dog,
Hello,
and I can't
world.
even think.
We are back.
What's going on?
They say
Welcome
the
back, Locker Room Live
3-6 is
TV.
what raised them, but the 919 made them.
We are back
Live and direct.
like we never left. LockerRoomLiveTV.com. Go there, check out all the new news, sports. I think
Twitter.
We need to update that thing though.
Yeah, we do. Twitter. Check us out on Twitter. Twitter handle at Smitty Clutch.
At I am John Reed.
And we have another great show for you today. A lot of football.
It's football season.
It's football season, the greatest time of the year.
You know, 6 weeks ago you were depressed and you know, I
Yeah,
didn't
but
know-
we
I didn't
talked
know if
about
you
that
was
last show.
gonna-
I'm
I didn't know-
okay now.
I didn't know if you was gonna make it.
No, I made it. I got help, and it's called Monday Night, Sunday Night Football. So we're back.
Hey,
and,
world. 323-965-1600. Call in, talk sports with us, talk trash, get this, all that good stuff.
Yeah, this is the locker room, man. Everybody's family, and we just have good conversations about sports like everyone does in the locker room. Feel comfortable, feel friendly, feel at home.
This is real sports, though.
Yeah, this is real.
You know, we're not beating around the bush. We're not, playing. We're talking about the real sports, what really goes on, real analysis. You
Most
know what I
definitely.
mean? So let's get into it.
Let's get right into
This
it.
was a fun week of football. Very
was.
good games.
Week two was week one was good, and week two I think he topped it a little bit.
I think week 2 was better than week 1.
I do too. I
Yeah.
agree. And it started with the Redskins. Well, it didn't start with the Redskins, but we're going to start with the Redskins.
We're going to start with the Redskins.
And RG3, and of course the big story throughout the whole offseason was his knee, and
Right.
how would his knee respond, how would he play, and he's struggling a little bit.
He is.
A little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you could still tell he's an elite quarterback. I think he's an elite quarterback. Would you
Okay.
agree with that?
I think he's on his way to being an elite quarterback. Has the potential to be an elite quarterback. Yes.
I think he's one of those big play guys that you want on your team, right? But what's hard to watch is him struggle now with the knee injury. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, watching the game on Sunday, I don't know. I don't know if it was. Was it the knee or was it mental? What do you think?
Well, it's funny you mentioned big play because that's what we know RG3 as.
Right.
A big play quarterback. Legs and arms.
Right.
And I think what's happening is that one of his weapons have been taken away from him, or maybe he has taken it away from himself.
His weapon meaning his knee, his leg.
His legs. He's not using his legs, and it's by design. They're not running the read option, which is basically like a run play where he has the option to give it to the running back or run himself.
Right.
And that has been scrapped from the playbook.
Right.
So now you see him being the traditional pocket passer in the fashion of Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. And while I think he can do that occasionally, I think where he's dangerous is being a dual threat quarterback.
Right. I hear you.
So
I hear
now
you.
there's one threat.
Right. We
Which
should
is
run.
not really a
can we
threat.
Run the tape. We're gonna run the highlights. Right. Exactly.
So yeah, and there's some crazy questions coming out of Washington D.C. right now.
Yeah.
Chocolate City.
You think are Redskins fans losing it? Are they freaking out? Are they ready to jump ship on RG3? They
Well-
jumping off the RG3 train?
Well, I just want to say this is the first time I even mentioned Redskins fans because I'm a Cowboy fan. I guess so. I don't know. concern
Right.
myself with those issues.
Right.
As we see here, this is actually the one time when RG3 tries to run. He just, the explosion's not there.
And they were real physical with him this weekend.
Every team will be.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the NFL. No one. I don't think anybody wants to hurt anyone, but they want them to feel him. They want to test him out and see if he's okay with that knee. And it looks like right here, he's scrambling to the right. That was just a terrible play. I don't know if that has anything to do with the knee or
Well,
just
if you
a
look
bad
at him
decision.
run, he looks labored when he's running.
That's true, but that's no excuse for you to run right, throw back to the middle of the field. That's what they teach you from high school football.
That's Brett Favre right there. He learned from the best.
Yeah, and Brett Favre also led the nation in interceptions.
And interceptions.
So yeah, they really got after RG3, and for the last two games, I think they're outscored 60-7 in the first two quarters.
24-0 in the second quarter before halftime is not a good look.
And it was 31-0 against the Eagles, something crazy like that. I mean, they are getting dismantled in the first half of games. On the flip side, you have Aaron Rodgers, the best quarterback in the NFL, if you ask me.
Also the most sacked quarterback in the NFL.
Well, that offensive line is the worst in the NFL since we're just ranking everybody. And as you see right now, the Redskins defense, which is actually atrocious, getting after Aaron Rodgers right now. That's how bad that offensive line is. But, of course, he finds a way.
Right.
Yeah, that's what Aaron Rodgers is saying. Can you, one more time?
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Every time he sees those linemen. But he throws a touchdown to Cobb. I like Cobb. Good young player. Again, Jordy Nelson is back. Is he healthy?
He looks good to me.
Is he a number one when healthy? Number one receiver.
Their number one receiver?
Is he a number one receiver?
I don't know if I can give him number one receiver.
Right.
I like Jordy, but I don't think he's a premier receiver like that.
Fair enough. We also just saw Arakpo going crazy on the sideline, and my first thoughts to that was, why don't you save some of that for the field? We don't need. I mean, it's great to be passionate, but you're aggressive to your own teammates on your own sideline. Let's
Right.
save some of that for the Packers.
Right.
Again, Jordy Nelson catching another touchdown. That's not a replay. That is a different play.
Lambeau leap.
That's a different play. This was interesting right here. This is Brandon Mayweather. He's known for this right here. Boom, helmet right to the jaw.
Did he get fined yet?
He did get fined, definitely. He didn't get suspended, which is also surprised me because this guy has a history of this. He's done this every single year 3 or 4 times.
Gave him a concussion, huh?
Gave him a concussion, and then the backup running back, Starks, came back and got retribution.
And
Boom.
He
gave
himself a concussion.
He gave himself
I don't
a
know if that's
concussion.
retribution. I don't know what you call that.
Helmet to helmet again. Brandon Mayweather leading with his helmet, something you shouldn't do, and this time he got the blunt of that, and he's out with a concussion. Yeah, that boy good and terrible at the same time. Again, Starks rushing for a touchdown, and it was a big day for him, filling in for Lacey. Lambeau leap. But yeah, I thought that play was that was football, right? I don't want to say football in its finest because I don't promote violence, even though football is a violent sport.
Right.
But you see your comrade get knocked out of the game by a player, and you come back down and you lower the boom on him, and he's knocked out.
Right.
In a sick way, I liked it. I'm sorry, don't judge me.
Yeah.
But that's what football is, and that's what teammates are for. So I thought that was a bit of telling.
But is it time to panic in Chocolate City, in D.C.?
No, it's a long season. Coming into the season, I had a lot of people say they had them winning the division. I laughed at that, not because of RG3 coming back from a knee, which is also a good reason, but just that defense. Has anyone seen that that's a bad defense, man. I mean, you can get out there and get some yards.
Right, exactly.
Maybe 4 or 5.
Exactly.
But anyway, good game. This was the game of the week right here, though. Seattle and the Niners.
A lot of talk that this was going to be preview to the NFC Championship.
Is this the best rivalry in football?
I definitely think so.
100. It's not even close right now.
Not even close.
There's no close second because these two teams actually dislike each other. Say it with your chest. They don't like each other at all. One more time.
Say it with your chest.
I mean, the coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. Some of the players don't like their old coaches.
Right. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. So let's get into some highlights.
All right, 49ers Seahawks.
Two best teams in the NFL, if you ask me.
We talked about the quarterback play last week.
We did. The bet, shaving their eyebrows.
Right.
There's one of them, Russell Wilson.
And you
There's
said
the
you
other
would
one.
shave your eyebrows.
I did not. I did not say I would out here look like Lamar Odom. Early, there was a rain delay, but before that happened, we see the block punt by the Niners.
Yeah, the Lions came out with great energy, you know.
Great.
Once again, rivalry game. You expect that.
Right.
Rivalry game.
Was this? They got a little bit of taste of their own medicine. They came out early, and then the rain delay kind of brought them down, sort of like the Super Bowl last year with the light delay,
Right.
the power outage.
The power outage, right?
Here we go again. Cap throwing a pick in the end zone. That's what you don't want to do.
Well, that's a young quarterback. You know, you got to recognize zone in the goal line
Right.
area. You got to really throw things on time.
Right, and I just want to bring you back to last week when we had the discussion of who's better out of Russell and
Yeah.
Cap.
Yeah.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but can we get any sound effects for the horn?
Nope,
Toot,
not at
toot.
all.
I'll make my own. Woo, woo, like Bud Rub. Woo, woo.
Whistles go. Woo, woo.
The whistles go woo, woo. If you don't know what that is, it's a viral YouTube clip. Go check it out, Bud Rub. Anyway.
I just see another incomplete pass from
Right.
Kaepernick.
And I said everyone was, anointing this guy. Oh my God, he's the best talent I've ever seen at quarterback. Jaws, one of them, Jaworski. And
I did not say that. I did not say
you
he was
didn't.
the
I
best.
did. You
Okay.
did not. You did not.
I'm not crazy.
But a lot of people did, and I thought that was just outrageous. I mean, he's a good young talent, but geez, I mean, God. And I said, let's see what he does this week against these boys in Seattle, because this is the best defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. So there's a learning curve with every quarterback, and he's not exempt to that.
Definitely.
Marshawn Lynch from Oakland, California, running hard. They call him beast mode for that reason right there.
He runs over his own receivers.
His own receivers, the blockers, everyone can get it. The fans, if you get in his way, you're going to get ran over. The little ball boy. And this is why I love Pete. Passion. And this is why Seattle will be good for a long time, because players want to play for him.
Now, this was interesting. I love watching this matchup all game.
Definitely.
Richard Sherman.
What'd you love about it?
Physical, frustrated on Anquan Bolton.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at this, after the play, late shot here. I mean,
Anquan's a bully.
obviously he's upset. And only
Yeah.
because he couldn't get
He
off the
couldn't
line
get
of
open.
scrimmage. Couldn't get off the line of scrimmage.
Richard Sherman
With your chest.
say it with your chest. He said it with his chest. Richard Sherman, I think he's right now the best cornerback in the NFL. Some will say Revis. I have to give it to Richard right now. Just right now.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah, Rich, just right now. I think Revis will reclaim the throne soon, but right now, have to go with Sherm.
I have to say I was impressed with Russell Wilson. I mean, he didn't look like he was buckling under pressure. He looked like, hey, this is another day at the office. Ran the offense well, hit open receivers, managed the game.
He managed the game. That's the key, what you just said. He managed the game. Against a defense like the 49ers, you're not going to go out there and shred those guys, and you
Right.
shouldn't try to do too much. He didn't. He didn't make any costly mistakes like Kaepernick did, and his defense took care of the rest.
Right.
Big run by Kaepernick right there. He can do that.
Okay, he has elusive speed, man.
And
He
then we
doesn't
get
look fast.
into the red zone again and
Tries to make a play with his feet.
try to make his play with his feet.
That's
and
just good defense.
That's just defense. That's a fast defense right there. In Seattle. You know what it is about Seattle, man? That crowd, oh my gosh. It's an earthquake in there.
Yeah, I heard.
I mean, it's so loud. I mean, that is the best home field advantage by far in the NFL. And if they make it to the playoffs and get home field advantage, good luck to the NFC, including my Cowboys.
Wow. I agree. We should go to the game. We should do a locker room live from Seattle.
Yeah, I just came from Seattle, man. I saw those stadiums up close. It's a work of art. Beautiful. Once again, Marshawn, one of his 3
That's a little
touchdowns.
disrespectful. I mean, just going to walk across the goal line. I mean, he didn't have to,
And then he struts away.
he didn't have to do that.
Yeah, but he did it. Like we said earlier, these teams don't like each other. And then Sherm strikes again.
Great interception.
Great
Very
interception.
athletic. I mean, I don't know how you played it any better.
They teach you to go get the ball at his highest point, and that's what Richard Sherman did. And he does his Deion impression as I'm the greatest.
And this game wasn't even close.
It was not. It wasn't as close as the score. And he dances with some cheerleaders. He had fun with it. Now, something interesting after this game was Richard Sherman went up to Pete Carroll at the end of the game and, said good game, and apparently Harbaugh ignored him.
Wait,
Do we have?
you mean Harbaugh?
Yeah, Harbaugh.
Sherman went up to Harbaugh.
Oh, what did I say?
You said
Carroll? Sorry. Harbaugh.
Right.
Funny thing, he played for both coaches, obviously.
Right.
Plays for
Right.
Carroll now, played for Harbaugh in college.
Right.
So there's a funny
So let's talk a
dynamic.
little bit about the history here. The history of the whole Sherman-Harbaugh relationship. Right? So, obviously they were both, for everyone who doesn't know, they both were at Stanford together.
Yep.
Harbaugh was coach. Sherman was obviously to be there. Right? Didn't have the best of relationship then and there. But what I heard was the reason why Sherman was drafted so low in the 5th round was because of some hating by Harbaugh himself. It's not a character guy.
And then
And that's
Wow.
why he thinks he went so late in the draft.
wow.
Yeah. And
I
that's
did
that's
not
what-
hear that.
Yeah.
That's some good information
That's
right
where
there,
the bad
JR.
blood comes from.
Wow.
So
I did hear the story of they said they were on a bus and Harbaugh rode by the team bus and flipped everyone off.
The Seahawks bus?
Yes.
What's wrong with this guy?
And that was straight from Sherman's mouth. So yeah, this is
Where they do that at?
where they do that at, man. You're a coach, but I love Harbaugh for that. He's passionate, so whatever.
So,
you know?
so supposedly after this game,
Yeah, we got some video. Can we run that video on what happened after the game between these two?
so supposedly Sherman went up to Coach Harbaugh, and Harbaugh ignored him. So afterwards he runs up and pats him on the behind. Anyway,
I mean,
good game.
Harbaugh gave him a little, "Hey, how you doing?" He just didn't look like he wanted to.
Right.
But after the game, Sherman said, that he basically did what he did right there, and Harbaugh ignored him, even though that's not what I see right now.
We said Harbaugh ignored him first.
First, right? Okay.
And then he went and did
He
his-
went and did that. Got it. Got it.
But anyway, good game. We just served y'all. You
Yeah,
know.
and he basically said, yeah, there's no sportsmanship there with
Right,
Harbaugh. So
exactly.
it continues, and hopefully they meet again in the playoffs. I would love to see that. I love to see this game every single time.
Yeah.
Physical. So that was a good one.
They're confident.
They are confident. Let's go to we spoke of Revis earlier. Let's go to Tampa Bay, and they play the Saints.
So much hope. So much hope in Tampa Bay. You know, they really thought that this was going to be a year where they're going
Yeah.
to turn the things around. They got Revis Island on one side of the field. I mean, it kind of knew there was going to be some trouble with the whole quarterback situation. But you had high expectations, or a little bit of higher expectations for Tampa Bay season.
Things are unraveling in Tampa Bay
Very
right now.
quickly, and it's only 2 games into it.
What is going on between the coach and the quarterback right now?
Well, okay, maybe we can talk about that before we jump into the highlights.
Yeah, maybe we can get them on the show. We need
So-
to know firsthand.
Right. So what happened this week?
For secondhand, it seems like Josh Freeman, starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay. I mean, it's funny how things started off between him and the head coach. The head coach started off saying there was a quarterback competition, and that kind of ruffled some feathers. And now Josh Freeman is saying, Shiano, the head coach of Tampa Bay, went out on record and said that Josh Freeman missed some meetings. That was awkward to me because usually a coach won't throw a player under the bus in the public like that.
Right. Usually.
Usually. But I think the question was, why was Josh Freeman, who was a captain, stripped of his...
So yeah, earlier this week he was stripped of his captain's duties or his title.
Right, his title. Is there a word for that? His captainmanship? Can we make one up?
Sure. Go for it.
Webster's not here, so who cares?
Good. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so it's a random thought. Anyway, yeah, so he was stripped of being a captain. That's what we're gonna go with right now.
Not a good look.
That is not a good look
who
for a
is the
quarterback.
captain?
I don't know. They shouldn't have any because they're not winning games.
Well, the Buccaneers, Pirates, right? They don't have no captains.
I guess not. So anyway, I mean, and now Revis has come out, or he hasn't come out. I'm sorry. There were rumors today that he said that the coach is too strict. Shiano was a college coach at Rutgers.
Where you need to be strict.
Right, military style.
He's got the haircut.
The haircut, no nonsense, and that's needed in college football. But these are grown men getting paid to do what they do. So
Yeah.
that's part of the reason why college coaches struggle with the transition going to the NFL is because these are grown men. You can't talk to them the same way. You can't put the same restrictions on them.
No.
You almost have
but
to be.
Pete Carroll made the transition.
Yes,
And it's
but
working.
That's funny you say that. 'Cause I was just about to mention that you almost have to be sort of like a psychologist.
Sure.
A Pete Carroll players coach. Where when I say players coach, not easy on the players, but know how to get through to each player,
communicate with them,
how to communicate.
for sure.
Each player is different.
Right.
They're grown men.
Right.
So you have to know how to deal with grown men.
For all the fans out there, this is serious. Like, you think it's just X's and O's. And it's
Oh,
just,
no,
you know,
no,
who
no,
can
no.
throw the fastest?
This is
who
a
can
big,
run the fastest? Who can hit the hardest?
This is $1 billion industry. This is not a lot bigger than
Lot of
X and O's.
Psychology, politics, and this is an example. We got some highlights here?
Yeah.
All right. Tampa Bay, New Orleans. Sean Payton, but still on the sideline here.
2-0.
Looking good.
2-0.
2 games back.
The Cowboys had him. Jesus. Jerry.
Good job, Jerry. Good job.
Please.
Another hour-long rain delay. We had lightning,
A lot of those. Look at that.
Yeah.
Lightning scares me.
as it should. As it should. Saints, being the Saints, throwing the ball around.
Yeah, Drew Brees. He didn't really have a great game either, and they still won.
I was wondering, why was no one guarding Graham?
Jimmy Graham.
All
Maybe
game.
they thought he was on the defense. I don't know. I can't
he's
explain it.
One of the top pass catchers on
Maybe
the
whoever,
Saints.
maybe that safety forgot to go to the team meeting.
Actually, now that was one misstep for Drew Brees. So I was wondering, who was he throwing?
Yeah, I mean, Drew Brees. He didn't have a Drew Brees-like game today, but
No,
they
this tackle.
won.
This
so-
tackle was classic, right?
Ooh,
So, wow. Well,
he did not make that
yeah,
tackle.
no.
That's
6.
Okay, that's 6. Yeah, that linebacker wanted to score that.
This is my only chance.
Yeah, I think right now Sean Payton is asking him the same question you just asked. Who are you throwing to, Drew? No, just tell me. I mean, I'm not fussing, just asking.
Right.
Field goal kicker misses a kick. I don't like kickers.
Yeah.
I wish there was a
Poor
way
kickers.
to get them out of the game. They always choke. That's just me.
Yeah. And you kind of knew this was going to happen. You know, you give Drew Brees over a minute. He's
might-
almost at midfield already.
Yeah, they could have just turned the TV off and just showed the score. Like, everybody knew it was going to
Once
happen.
again, Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham.
Right.
No one wants to cover him.
Yeah. He's just been catching
Screenplay.
Terrence
A
Sproles.
few plays. Yeah.
No, we don't want to tackle either. You know, 40
And
seconds.
sooner or later, this will be over and we'll be moving on because you know what happens here.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Yeah.
the other top receiver that they have.
Did you see that
don't-
ball?
You
That
don't
was-
wanna, you don't want to double cover him, you know.
Yeah,
touch-
leave him
touchdown.
open.
Yeah, just
Why not?
Single coverage.
What a pass, though.
That was a great pass.
And then game over. All right, so as you see, the Saints beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tampa Bay is 0-2. Moving on.
All right.
All right, so this was a high-scoring game. Philadelphia Eagles and the Chargers.
It's a fun game to watch.
The Chargers are playing better than I thought they were. I thought they were just going to be awful.
I agree. I agree. They are playing better than what I expected. But I will say, Michael Vick looked good.
He looked good.
Told you that last week. He's looking solid.
He is looking solid. He put up big numbers, 400.
Managed the game well.
He did.
Used his feet.
Not turning the ball over.
Threw the ball well.
That offensive line is playing well. And Shady LaShawn McCoy, who I personally feel right now is playing at the highest level at running back, including Adrian Peterson.
He's running well.
He's running very well.
Seeing the field well.
I mean, he made so many
Good
people
feet.
miss in this game. I mean, he made some good players look silly.
Yeah.
Eric Weddle, who was a safety for the Chargers, probably one of the better safeties in the NFL. Whew, let's just get to the
run it.
highlights. He can show us better than I can tell you. That boy good.
Not good and terrible. Just good. Yeah, it looks like things are looking up for Philly fans. Philly fans got to be excited.
They're very excited.
See their brotherly love. Hugs on the sideline. Once again, Michael Vick
goes
sitting in the
Reed.
pocket, being a pocket passer.
God, that
No
guy's
one wanted,
open.
no
He
one wanted
is-
to guard Deshaun Jackson.
God,
apparently,
he
either.
is open. feel like you get to watch Oregon twice on
Right.
Saturday and on Sunday.
Right.
Michael Vick again, a lot of time in the pocket. That offensive line is playing very well, and again,
And I'm
just-
having a hard time figuring out why is Deshaun Jackson getting behind the defense so easily.
he's fast.
I mean, okay, cover 3. I mean, just send him deep. Keep the offense in front of you. Keep the ball in front of you.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Keep the ball in front of you.
Some things have no answers,
This is,
and Vic had the answer on this one.
yeah, you can do that all day.
I mean, yeah, a lot. You know what? A lot of these touchdowns look very easy.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was a design play. It was just, hey, I can do it. It's open. I'm just gonna run it.
Maybe
I don't
somebody's
care.
playing Madden with these guys.
Yeah.
And this guy, who I don't know who this is, but he coughed it up. And the kicker makes a good play, gets on the ball. He doesn't recover it, but that guy recovers it. There were a lot of points scored in this game. Phillip Rivers played well, and he's actually bouncing back from a very tough last 2 or 3 seasons.
Definitely.
He's not turning the ball over, with the exception of the end of the game last week when we actually clowned him on the last
Right.
show.
Right, he's
And he
making
bounced
it look
back, and
crazy.
he's making us shut up.
And Eddie Royal also was making a lot of big plays out there too.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
he had a good game. I don't know if he'll keep doing that, but he had a good game. There's Eric Weddle, one of the safeties we mentioned, and on this play, now this is the one thing about the Eagles that people wonder, can they do this for the full season? Vic steps out, hurt for a play, Foles goes in, he eventually comes back, but again, that's what
I didn't understand this play at all.
Mm-hmm.
Backup quarterback,
going right to the fade.
and you throw it. I know that's Chip Kelly's offense probably,
But Chip Kelly has a lot of confidence in Foles. You have to remember, they were in a quarterback battle.
but he's cold.
Yeah,
and it's the
I mean-
fourth quarter. You got 2 minutes left in the game.
But I think Chip is trying to think 2 steps ahead, and he's thinking, well, they think we're going to run the ball, but we're going to come out throwing it. He has
Well-
that much confidence in Foles, obviously.
Hey.
I'm not saying he should, but he does. Rivers, again, making good reads, getting the ball out, first down. This was the drive when Rivers, he got to get some redemption. Last drive against the Broncos, he threw a nasty pick. Rivers-like, this drive, he marches them down the field, and they get a field goal to win the game. So that's how you
Good for
bounce
them.
back.
It's about time they got one of those because you're usually on the losing end of these close games.
Right, and did you see the soccer slide?
Yeah, that was-
The goal!
Yeah,
Somebody needs to tell
yeah.
that kicker, just because you kick doesn't mean this is soccer. What to do that at, man?
Yeah.
This is football.
One
Anyway. Mm-hmm.
issue I had with that, though, one issue I had with Chip Kelly, you score too fast, you leave too much time on the clock.
Yes, that's one of the issues with that offense.
But you can manage it. You could have ran a couple running plays.
Can you? I mean, like I said, they practice this all year. This is their identity. It's in their nature. It's their blood type.
They got the ball. You can either put the gas, put the pedals to the metal, or you can put the brakes on. You're in control.
They make
that
it
was
to
more of a coaching decision than
It is.
anything.
And we're going to see what happens with that if they make it deep into the season and the playoffs when the game slows down and you got to be able to slow it down and run the football.
Yeah.
That's when it gets tough. No more of this fun and gun stuff. Or maybe he does that the whole year. Who are we? Who?
I just thought it was a bad decision.
Yeah, well,
I didn't think.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Per se, I thought it was just poor coaching, poor clock management.
The next team, staying in the state of Pennsylvania.
Boy.
Philadelphia. I mean, not Philadelphia. Sorry, Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Boy, it's gonna be a long season.
Steel
for Steelers
country,
fans.
steel country. Ooh, and I told a good friend of mine who's a crazy Steeler fan. I said, "Hey, buddy, this is not your year. They're not going to the playoffs.
No.
I mean, you just look at some of the talent that they lost. Mike Wallace, though he is a one-trick pony, man, he's the only threat they had.
Yeah.
60-minute man, and he's gone. You know, and they gave the money to these other two receivers who were, decent players, but they're not threats.
Right.
Including Antonio Brown, who was very good and athletic, but he's just not a big play receiver.
So what's wrong with
That, the offensive line, the defense is no longer as good. As we see here, James Harrison, who was a Steeler, they lost him.
Right.
And he has a lot of good football left in him. I don't know why they let him go. But as you see, Steelers getting out early, throwing to the tight end, fumble from the tight end.
And that's just not being heads up.
Yeah. Was it a fumble? Yeah, it was, definitely. Yeah. Threw the flag down.
Pac-Man.
That's definitely a Pac-Man.
Big heads up play.
Big heads up play. He's played well with the Bengals. They get all the, the ex-convicts and turn them into, solid players.
He stayed out of the back of cop cars.
Yeah.
That helps the Bengals.
That's true. Eifert, the young tight end, rookie out of Notre Dame, or Notre Dame. Which one is it?
However you want to pronounce it.
All right, but I've always asked that.
Notre?
Like, is it Notre or Notre? Whatever. The gold helmet school.
Right.
And we've got the young
Golden
running back Gio right here. It's funny, all these cats, were on Hard Knocks. So
I
feel
like this guy.
I feel like I know these guys.
BFFs.
Yeah.
Great vision.
You like him? He's a little scat bag. He's a little quick guy, huh?
Yeah. Reminds me of myself. In high school.
A lot faster.
Whatever, dude.
Better.
Buster. Anyways.
Here again, Ben Roethlisberger, he pretty much was trying to do everything on his own. I feel bad for him. Makes a good play here. Emmanuel Sanders almost gets in the end zone. But the Pittsburgh Steelers just don't have enough weapons.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. And they can't run the ball. They have no running backs, no offensive line. It's like, how do they move the ball?
Right. Well, they were hiding it pretty well, as you see here. It was tied at halftime.
Are the Bengals the class of this division? Never thought I would say that, but
Wow, we've come a long way.
it's come a long way. Boy, this is why the NFL is the greatest league in America, because the parity. I mean, every year there's a new team.
Yeah.
And here this is
This
probably
is an interesting battle. This was fun to watch.
Ike Taylor always plays his guy well.
Yeah, played extremely well.
Extremely
Once again, what they weren't doing to Deshaun Jackson.
Right.
Keeping the ball in front of
you. But even when he's getting stopped, AJ Green, just look at the precision in the way he runs routes. It's outrageous to see. He's like 6'4".
Right.
I love that guy. I think he's the best natural receiver in the NFL. He's
And
not
who taught
the
them
best.
how to take angles on defense?
Yeah, the Steelers' defense has not been the same the last 2 years.
Boy,
They're losing too many good players.
brutal.
So again, Ben Roethlisberger, he's trying to make a last, the last hurrah.
He just missed him on that.
He just missed him there, and he's going to miss him a little bit later for an interception. Again, Ike Taylor with the coverage, 1-on-1 on AJ Green. Can you play the fade route any better? The fade route is when they try to throw the lob on the end zone, Can you play that any better?
No, it's perfect.
It was a question, but you didn't want to answer.
Perfect.
So there's been Roethlisberger again, overthrowing his receiver, interception.
And
He looks
looking confused.
frustrated. He looks confused.
Confused.
Yeah. Like when he was caught at that bar with that little...
Look, confused.
Let's not go there.
Confused.
So, yeah, Big Ben, tough one, tough loss. Pittsburgh is probably there. The steel curtain, the towels. What are
The terrible towels.
Terrible towels,
I think
whatever they
they might
call it.
just want to start the rebuilding process.
Yeah, they're wiping their face with those towels right now.
Oh, Troy.
Yeah, Troy's upset. This is what happens when you just get...
I've never seen Troy get into a fight before.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah. I wonder, was he yelling at him with that high voice? He hit him with a Head and Shoulders bottle.
Hit you with my hair.
And that's like a fight right there.
That was a real fight. That was a real fight.
Wow. So, yeah, that was a good one. Last but not least, what do we have? The Manning Bowl. This was what everybody was waiting to see.
And it was interesting listening to the post-game interview, listening to Peyton. He doesn't enjoy beating his younger brother.
Now, did you believe that?
He looked like he wanted to shed a tear.
Well, they're actors now. They're on all these commercials. But, I mean, did you
Football on
believe...
your phone.
This is my this is, call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever. I think these guys always want to kill each other. It's that sibling rivalry,
Well,
man.
okay, no.
Peyton,
you know what this is?
Peyton is watching young brother getting all these championships, and people are saying that he's more clutch than him.
That's true.
They go at the dinner table. You know, Eli gives him that little look when the conversation comes up.
That's true.
Archie, the father, probably, you know, he
But Peyton
probably
knows he's better. He knows he's better.
Does Eli know he's better? That's the
I
question.
think Eli knows he's better too.
I mean, Peyton may think he's better, but if Eli, you know, he just holds up his and shows him the rings. Look, Eli's like, man, get out of my face, man. We going to war. Look at Archie. Archie probably just, you know, he's probably the instigator of it all. Yeah, well, Peyton said, yeah, last night, son. Anyway, we got Peyton Manning starting it off. He's going early. Who was that? There's that Welker again. It's usually Welker, right? He's always
That's
open.
Walker. He's always open.
He's always open. If you want to guess who he's throwing it to, it's probably Welker.
No one's figured out.
No Sean Moreno had a big time game.
No one expected that.
No one, but your co-host, because I drafted him in the last pick of my fantasy draft.
Good job.
I got the
Did
proof.
You play him?
I did not play him.
Exactly.
I
So
might
you don't even believe your picks.
No, I didn't.
Anyways.
Not in that case. But I will play him this week against the lowly Raiders.
Okay, don't even start. Anyways, back to the Broncos and Giants.
Against my Raiders,
Peyton looked real good.
not my Raiders, but everybody.
Peyton
else.
looked real good.
Peyton did look good. He's off to a good start. Eli, on the other hand, oh boy,
Raiders did win this weekend. So
they
you know.
did. That was the Bridgewater Clowney Bowl. Who's going to get the number one pick? Them or the Jaguars?
Clowney
Jaguar.
Bowl, right.
The Clowney Bowl. Again, Peyton throwing to the little guy, Welker, again. And he made it look like clockwork. On the flip side, Eli struggled. I mean, right now, Eli is struggling with turnovers. As you saw right there, that was the new safety for the Broncos. Duke.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take a shot at his last name. I just call him Duke. And he's a good player.
We'll have to
And-
ask him how he pronounces it.
Yeah, we have to ask him because we will have him on the show and coming up in very, very soon.
Yeah,
number
for sure.
33. So you guys sit tight. But anyway, back to the Manning Bowl. Peyton, he looked like he was comfortable the whole game.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Peyton being Peyton.
Peyton being Peyton. Is he going to break any records this year? Or is he MVP?
I think so. I don't think the Broncos have a choice.
Okay.
I think they have to rely heavily on the passing game. You know,
Right.
yeah, No Sean had a good game.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be able to rely on him.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to rely on their backs.
There goes my fantasy running back. No shot.
Yeah. Well,
There he
you're not
goes.
going to see that every week. You know,
Yeah,
you know
whatever, hater.
You know
I'm
that.
winning games in fantasy. How about you?
Nah, you know that.
Eli again. I'm going to guess this is another turnover.
No.
Okay.
Actually, it was a turnover.
I
Yeah,
told
that's
you.
a pick.
I told
That's
you.
right. That's right.
If he's throwing it and they showing it in the highlights, he probably threw a turnover. Because Eli, boy, I mean,
That was just great D,
That's
though,
just
too.
really great coverage and a fluke play right there. It hit off his foot. Cliff Harris gets the pick, and Eli is scratching his head.
Literally scratching his
Yeah. Peyton Manning again. If I'm gonna go on probably a touchdown. Oh, I'm right.
There's your boy. Julius.
Julius.
Orange Julius.
Orange Julius. He already has a nickname. How about that? 2 games into the season, you got a nickname. That's how you know you're doing something right. Or you play with Peyton Manning.
Right. Right.
Let's say last drive from Eli. You want to take a guess what happens here?
Well, yeah, it definitely wasn't a complete pass.
Wasn't a completed pass. So at least I was going to say a pick. I did watch this game, but I just don't know when he's going to throw a pick. This guy right here is fast. Trendon, I'm sorry. Track guy. I think he ran like a 10-1, and he's quick.
Definitely.
And it's funny because last year the Houston Texans let this guy go, and he went to the Broncos and took like 2 or 3 kickoffs to the house.
It's after you change direction and then you hit go.
Look at this little guy. He's just weaving his way in and out of traffic. He's a weapon for them.
He's
People don't
going
understand.
From east west to north south very quickly.
Exactly. He's a weapon. Because the Denver Bronco defense is pretty good, so they're going to get a lot of punt returns. They're going to score a lot, so he's going to get a lot of kick returns. The ball's going to be in his hands, and it's hard to tackle this little fast, small guy. You know, I'm just saying. The Broncos have a lot of good pieces this year. But, again, we have to wait and see what Peyton does and what month is that when the playoffs start. Whenever it is.
December.
So,
January.
that was the Manning Bowl right there. One last topic
Yeah.
in NFL.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries. Well, it's kind of carried over from preseason. We had a lot of injuries in preseason, too.
Yeah, I mean, what were some of the injuries, the big ones?
You talking about now?
Yeah, well, on Sunday.
Oh, boy.
Which one do you think was
obviously, what?
had the biggest impact?
The ones that actually matter?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Go
Well, Steven
Raiders.
Jackson was big.
Steven Jackson was big? You think so?
I think so.
Huh.
What do you think?
I do. I mean, Ray Rice.
Obviously,
Yeah.
that goes without saying.
And, it's funny because Ray Rice got hurt, and, he's a big fantasy football guy, or he was. And it's amazing because people just slammed him on Twitter.
Who, Ray Rice?
The Twitter
didn't see
trolls,
that.
whatever they call them.
Yeah, the trolls.
The
Yes.
trolls. And they just, got on his case. Oh, you lost me my game. Like, dude, how
You
big
lost me my game.
how big of a loser do you have to be to go on somebody's Twitter page and get mad at this guy for getting hurt? I mean, at the end of the day, like, people, stop it. I mean, I love fantasy as much as anybody, believe me. I get very upset when one of my players gets hurt and I lose the game, but it stays there. I get over it. I don't go on Twitter and find the guy. I mean,
While he's in surgery,
Right.
Or while
and Ray Rice comes out and he says, I love fantasy, but now I just can't do it anymore. You guys are crazy.
He said it on Twitter.
I mean, pretty much. And
Wow.
so, yeah.
Wow, that's real.
To paraphrase, I mean, pretty much.
That's
yes. I mean, it's unbelievable to me. Some people just really just have no sense of reality.
Wow.
I mean, it's outrageous. But the backup running back, Bernard Pierce, who's very talented, came in and played well for them.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's good.
On the same topic with the Broncos, Ryan Clady was hurt.
Yep.
That's their very good left tackle. He's
Good,
an
too.
all-star player, all-pro player.
That hurts.
So we're going to see how that.
Obviously, we talked about Brandon Merriweather.
Right. That was the concussion guy. Ed Lacy, who's the guy he hit, and another left tackle
They
for
might
the
not need to find him.
Yeah.
He kind of punished himself.
Yeah.
He knocked himself out.
You think the NFL says, "No, we're not going to find him"? Yeah.
So you get it, right?
You got
Brandon?
what? Yeah.
You understand now.
Football karma.
Right.
Yeah. You got
exactly.
what you deserve.
Karma.
Yeah. You were slobbering on yourself, sleep on the turf. So yeah, we had a lot of big injuries to big names this season, but that's football.
That's football.
Week 2. If you want to win, you want to go to the Super Bowl, you have to be deep.
Yeah.
And everyone has an opportunity. It's a brutal sport. Would you let your son play football?
Oh boy. Haven't had to cross that bridge yet, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna let him play.
You let him play?
Yeah.
Just let him deal with the rigors of the game of
man.
life.
I'd say you gotta be like that.
Yeah.
You gotta be like that.
Yeah, I'm watching a guy. I think it was Patrick Robinson for the Saints. Blew his knee out or something. He had a bad injury, and I'm just looking at him, and he's crying, getting carted off, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, God, this sport is rough.
It's like, look, son, if you're not gonna be Dion, just don't play. You either gotta be the fastest and not get touched,
Yeah,
or don't play.
yeah. Because Deion said they don't pay me to tackle,
Exactly.
and I've always agreed with that guy. If you can do something that well, do what you do.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
So coming up, we're gonna head to a break. Coming back, we're going to have
Duke.
Ihe
Nacho. That's what I'm calling Nacho.
That's funny. That's his Twitter handle, Nacho Life.
Okay. So it must have something to do with nachos.
Yeah.
He had Nacho.
Yeah, Nacho. So check him out on Twitter. Follow him. Check him out next Sunday or on Monday. I'm sorry, Monday Night Football against the lowly Raiders. This is
We
a
1-1. We 500 right now, man.
man. I like this safety
Come on,
though.
man.
I like this safety. He's up and coming. He's
Yeah,
a hard hitter.
Fun to watch.
He's fun to watch. Undrafted. So please listen in, tune in. This is a great story about what's the word?
I don't know.
Persevering.
Persevering.
I said
Not
that.
persevering.
I said persevering.
You said persevering.
No, I did not.
Persevering.
Don't lie on me.
323-965-1600. Call in when we have Duke on. I'm sure he'd love to hear from you guys.
All righty. Go to break.
All right. back.
we are back.
Welcome back.
Yes. Locker Room Live. This is Smitty Clutch.
JR. 323-965-1600 is the number. Call in, talk football with us.
You love it. Check the website out, lockerroomlivetv.com, lockerroomlivetv.com.
We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter.
We're on Twitter, at Smitty Clutch.
I think you got Instagram too, right?
Yeah, we got some Instagram. We got some pictures up. Check us out. Looking very beautiful. All right. Anyway, man, I'm excited about this.
We got a great guest tonight.
Great guest. We're both excited about this because this player, hard work. You know, it really pays off. You know,
For real.
Just to give you some backstory on this player. I have a good friend of mine who told me, he's a Bronco fan, told me to look at this player, this safety. Said we got a guy, you know, that's really making some plays. So first preseason game I turn on and the guy's making plays. First 5 tackles
As a rookie.
No, that second year.
Second year, sorry.
Yeah, first year actually getting out into the starting lineup, starting now. But he's a heat-seeking missile. He makes a beeline to the football. I just love how he plays. I love my safeties like that. Comes from San Jose State. He was undrafted for the Broncos, and now he's starting. And not just starting. He looks like one of the more promising safeties in the NFL right now. So, I love stories like that.
Totally.
He's out of Los Angeles. Went to Sarah High School, just putting out all kind of athletes right now.
Are we surprised?
Not really, man. I don't know what's going on at that school right now.
Right.
Shoot. But right now, we're going to bring him on so we can talk to him. And, you know, he's playing for the Broncos. They have big goals this year, Super Bowl or bust, right?
That's what Broncos fans are talking about. So.
All right. So let's hear from him himself, the man Duke.
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
We doing good. How are you, man?
I'm doing excellent, man. I can't complain, baby. I'm blessed.
Yes, you are.
You've been blessing those receivers, too.
Well, they wouldn't feel that way.
I've been trying to.
Man, we're really happy to have you on the show, man. Like I said, I think you're one of the up-and-coming players in the NFL. And I think the world will find out about you, like, very, very soon. Not just the football crazy people like myself and my co-host. Hello?
Yeah. I'm here.
Oh, yeah. So first, tell us, why weren't you drafted, in your opinion? Like, how did that happen?
You know what? I can sit up here and make excuses about why I wasn't drafted, but I'm just not that kind of guy.
Wait, no, it ain't your excuses. It's their excuses.
Yeah, how did they miss?
Drafted, you know what I mean? Sometimes players are sometimes players don't fit, schemes that a lot of teams want, and initially I wasn't what anybody desired, or basically wasn't good enough to get drafted.
Yeah, I'm a head coach. I don't want my defense to be able to tackle, so let's just pass up on this guy. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, what?
No, I'm just saying it just doesn't seem to make sense why they wouldn't want somebody who can tackle and can hit and has a nose for the football.
There's a lot of reasons why I probably didn't get drafted, but I didn't let that stop me. So I just looked at it as another obstacle, another opportunity to just get better and keep working. So now I'm here.
Do you think it's political in football? I hear that a lot. A lot of players don't get get in the starting lineup or don't get drafted because they say it's politics, or maybe 40 times, or you don't fit the certain measurables. You think it has anything to do with that?
Yeah, I think so. I think football has a lot to do with politics. I wouldn't say my situation exactly involved politics, but I will say that, a lot of political stuff going on in football. I think just with me, they just wanted me to, sit out for a year or kind of just develop into, the player I am today or the player I have potential to be.
Right.
They told me last year, when they put me on the practice squad, that they just want to keep me around because they got big plans for me. They told me that last year, so it was something that I was looking forward to. So I can't really say it was political because they did tell me that I was going to have an opportunity.
Nice. Now, we do know that the Denver Broncos organization, they know what they're doing over there. John Elway, they seem like they have a good plan.
Right.
Things are working out. You're out of San Jose State. We're from the Bay Area, so we know a lot about that school. Okay. And we know you played with your older brother, right?
I did for 3 years.
ESPN had you guys at the top 10 brother tandem in college football.
Yeah. 2008, yeah, I remember that.
Man, that's amazing. So tell us about that experience.
My brother got to San Jose State in 2006, and I was getting recruited by San Jose State, and my brother just told me the ins and outs, the goods and the bads about the school, and I wasn't getting heavily recruited by a lot of programs, so it was kind of a no-brainer for me, just because San Jose was in California, it wasn't that the culture wasn't that far different from LA, so it was no brainer for me. So when I started playing at San Jose State, it was a real easy adaptation for me just because my brother, was there. He told me all the good things and the bad things, and I kicked it with his friends, and everybody just made me feel comfortable. So I love playing with my brother, man. It's one of the greatest things in the world to be able to play with your brother on, a collegiate team, or I wish I could have played with him on a professional team, but it's definitely a good feeling just being there with your brother. And I think a lot of players would, really love to have the opportunity.
Okay, so who's better?
Oh, I'm better for sure.
That's a brother. I was just telling him, man, we were talking about the Manning Bowl, and he was like, Peyton Manning hates to play against his brother. I wasn't buying it, man. I think they love playing against each other. They want to beat each other.
Yeah. I'm definitely. I feel like I was a better athlete, but my brother was definitely a good player, man, and he definitely ran around a lot of tackles in college. I remember that.
Now you play with Peyton Manning. Have you guys had any conversations? Or I know you got your defense, he's offense. You guys don't mix around a lot, but have you had any conversations with him?
Yeah. I talked to Peyton numerous amounts of time. One time I asked him for advice about how to disguise, from a quarterback's perspective, because I was struggling with disguising early on. So I asked him about small tips that I could use to better myself as far as that disguise part goes. And he told me about little tips here and there. But he's a great mentor for anybody, regardless of what position you play. And I think anybody, he's a really approachable guy, so he makes it easy for guys like me to go up to him and ask for advice.
Right. I mean, you're a smart guy. I mean, that's the guy to ask right there is Peyton Manning. And so you young players out there, if you don't know something, ask.
Okay, so I got a question. Now, you're on the team with the guy. Now, this is the question every other defense coordinator in the league is trying to figure out. What is the Achilles heel? How do you get to Peyton Manning?
How do you get to Peyton Manning? I don't know. You better study a lot.
Getting that playbook, huh?
Yeah, you just better study a lot.
Yeah. Now, you were carted off last game, right, with an ankle injury?
Right.
How's that going? How you feeling?
I really didn't need to get carted off.
You just wanted to take
just going for the dramatic
ride home.
Everything. I mean, they took me to the back to get X-rayed, and everything was cool, man. I'll be fine.
Hey, well, that's how you know you made it, man. You're important to the team, so we're not going to take any risks. Let's cart this guy out of here.
He's like, I'm like Diddy. You know what I mean? I don't walk off the field. I get rides.
And you Pro Bowl material when they start carrying you off, man.
Right.
Man, I hope so, man.
So you're looking like a top safety right now, in my opinion. I mean, because like I was telling our audience earlier, man, I personally like my safeties instilling fear in every player on the field, hitting. And that's something I noticed about you, is that you don't mess around when it comes to time to tackle. Last game I even saw you chuck the receiver 8 yards. They called you for a penalty, but I still like stuff like that.
Right.
Sometimes you just got.
It was kind of an unfortunate thing, man. He ran into me, but I took it on the chin, and then we took the penalty. We had to just knuckle down and keep him out the end zone.
Yeah, and you guys did that. So, give me your top 5 safeties. Give me some top 5 safeties that you look up to that you pattern your game after.
Man, top 5 safety. That's a tough one. But I think, my favorite safety in the league right now would be Deshaun Golston. He's out of Carson, actually.
Ooh, yeah, he's a hitter, too.
Yeah.
Deshaun Golston, yeah, I just love the way he plays because he's in incredible shape, and he's always around the football, and, he tackles and hits hard, and he goes to get the football. And he's a great leader, too. So he'll probably be my favorite safety right now.
Mm-hmm.
A guy like Cam Chancellor is also one of my favorite safeties.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature, man.
Yeah, obviously Ed Reed, he's probably, one of the best, probably the best safety of all time, or one of the best. It's so many good safeties in the league kind of right now. So.
Yeah, you got your T.J. Ward, you got Eric Weddle.
Oh, Weddle, that's a good one, actually. I've watched him on tape. I studied on tape. On tape, you would look at the guy and think he's not as good as he is, but he's definitely one of the top safeties in the league, and he deserves all that money he got.
Yeah, he got paid, right?
Right.
All right, so yeah, you studying the right guy, huh? You say, I need that contract.
Yeah.
Hey, we're here at Locker Room Live, man. We believe in you. We know you're going to get there. And now one more thing you mentioned earlier. You said you're from Gardena, right? And you went to Sarah?
I went to Sarah, but I'm from Carson.
Oh, okay, Carson, California, man. A lot of athletes out there. And right now, so please tell us, what in the world is going on at Sarah right now? I mean, they have become a powerhouse. Marquise Lee, Robert Woods. What is it? What's going on in third period at Sarah High School?
It's kind of hard to explain. I think, we're just better than everybody else. I mean, I mean, you could play any, you could talk a lot about any other high school, but at Sarah, man, we actually, put the talent out there. We win championships, we win games, and people that come out of Sarah kind of translate, into the next level pretty well. So I would just say, man, everybody just look out for Sarah, man.
I can't argue with that. That boy Marquise Lee he's a man child out there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So tell us, what are some of your personal goals this season?
You know what? I just wanted to be able to contribute
Okay.
to the team and really make an impact on the team. And I obviously want to finish the season healthy. You know what I mean? Because it's a struggle the way I play sometimes. But I definitely just want to contribute. And
are you going for the Pro Bowl this year or next year? Or?
I mean, it's kind of early to be talking about the Pro Bowl for me, man.
Right.
But
so I'm trying not to let you be humble right now.
it is. It's kind of early, but I think everybody wants to get to the Pro Bowl.
Definitely.
So I mean, when the time comes and it's time for Pro Bowl voting and stuff like that, then hopefully I'm fortunate enough to be in the discussion. But for now, I'm just trying to make as many plays as I can and help my team win some games so we can get achieve the ultimate goal.
Yeah, man, it's been really cool watching your ascent to stardom. I know we pumping you up, but we don't see too many cats from San Jose State that really ball out.
Right.
Now we know San Jose State a little bit. They're not really known as a powerhouse per se.
Right.
But what was that like being a part of that program? I mean, did you get frustrated? Like, man, I just got to wait my turn. I mean, how do you get through a situation like that? And
you kind of just got to look at it like you kind of just got to be patient, kind of, in a sense, because well, when I was going to San Jose State, it was more like every year we thought we had an opportunity to compete, for a conference championship or be better than the year before. And unfortunately, when I was there, it just didn't happen that way. But I always looked at a kind of a silver lining and the good things that came out of San Jose State. I don't think I would trade my time there for anything because I actually enjoyed the San Jose State and I love going there and I love the people that I developed relationships with there. So it was fun, but I would just say that it definitely was frustrating sometimes, but just being around the people I was around, it was kind of easy to just get over it.
Now, last question. You guys got the Raiders coming up on Monday Night Football, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you guys even watch film to prepare for this team, or is this like a bye week?
Nah, man. This the NFL, man. This the NFL. Everybody got players. Everybody's a good team. Everybody can beat you.
That's true.
So we gotta treat this game like no other game, like any other game.
It's Monday Night Football.
They're exactly. I mean, it's on Monday night. They're very capable. They lead the league in rushing.
Mm-hmm.
They lead the league in sacks. So and they have a point to prove too. They probably hearing all week, that they're not going to win and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure they'll come in, blazing hot. They'll come in hyped and amped and all that stuff. So we got to get ready to play a full 4 quarters against these guys and get ready for war.
All right, real quick, we got a caller that just called in. Caller?
Yeah.
You're on the phone with Locker Room Live.
And Duke. Broncos starting safety.
All right, Duke. I'm a big fan. I followed you up to this point. I know you came from the practice squad and worked your way up.
Right.
Just my question is right now, just regarding the Broncos. I know Clady went down on everything. So how do you think on the offensive side of the ball? How you guys looking?
We'll be fine, man. We got a lot of guys that can play a lot of positions and fill in, and we really believe in the next man up mentality. So I think we'll be fine no matter what.
Is it gonna be Clark the next man up?
I don't know to tell you the truth, but whoever it is, we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think they say it may be Harris, Ryan Harris, maybe.
Okay. I know you guys probably just talked about the Raiders recently. I know John Reed's a big Raiders fan, but
hey,
I know they're not that good.
Don't throw him under the bus like that.
Hey, don't disrespect me on my own show, okay? You will get hung up on. You will get hung up on. All right?
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your
going
chest.
into a rivalry like that, what's you guys' mentality? Because obviously there's talk going around that the Raiders are not a good team, and you with the Raiders, you don't see a great team. But when it comes to rivalries, there's always that anything can go on. What's you guys' mentality going into that?
Well, I think our mentality for this game is the same as the last 2 games. Obviously, we opened up with Baltimore to start the season, and they had beat us last year in the playoffs, so that was obviously a big game. The last game, we tried to downplay it a little bit, but it was obviously a Manning Bowl. We really wanted to win that one for Peyton Manning. And this game is going to be no different. We're going to treat this like a divisional game. This is our first game. It's our home game, and it's against the Raiders. So, we're going to come out and we're going to prepare, and we're going to approach the game like the last two. We're going to be ready for the Raiders when Monday comes.
Good work. Well, thanks, caller. Say your name again.
My name is Drew.
Thanks for calling in, man. Call in next week, Tuesday, 9 o'clock.
Hater.
All right, Duke, man. We really appreciate you coming on the show, man. And we're going to be definitely checking you out on Monday Night Football, and all of our audience will as well.
Okay, no doubt, man. Appreciate it.
And we wish you the best of luck, and we know you're going to take it all the way to the top.
No doubt. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Can you give us your Twitter and your Instagram for all our audience and followers?
My Instagram and Twitter is the same exact thing, man. It's Nacho Life.
That's not your life. That's Duke life.
Nacho.
Nacho
Life with a Y.
All right, man. We're going to make sure everybody follows you. We're following you already.
Okay, cool, man.
And good, man. Hey, stay healthy. Have a good season.
I appreciate it.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah, good guy,
Real
man.
humble guy.
Real humble. Up and coming.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So we got
Final
2 more
stretch.
minutes.
2
Final
minute drill.
stretch. 2 minute drill.
2 minute drill.
Where they do that at? Let's run through it.
All right. First of all, where they do that at, right?
Mayweather fight, man. Mayweather fight was quite interesting. We got a caller, but unfortunately we got 2 minutes left. So we next week, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, call on time.
Call on time. Where they do that at?
Where they do that at?
Mayweather.
Man, Mayweather came out there. Canelo came out there. Bieber came out there.
And
Lil Wayne came out there. Before the fight, I had all the entertainment I needed.
Denzel came out there.
Man,
Diddy came out
Can we just run the clip real quick? There's the boy Denzel.
Oh, boy.
My man.
My man.
King Kong. There's Magic. Yeah, can we just fast forward? We're just going to get to Canelo's
Obviously,
wardrobe.
it was fight of the year. And I guess basically Canelo didn't realize that the whole world was going to be watching.
Yeah. And he came out there with a Mexican gift-wrapped V-neck, shiny
That might have
suit.
been the most entertaining part of the fight. to be
Shimmer.
honest.
Did you notice that it had shoulder pads in it? It did.
And if everybody was watching, what we're talking about is his robe that he came out in.
Right,
His
we're gonna-
robe that he came out in.
We're gonna get some visual on this really quick
Yeah.
in this last minute.
Yes.
That's Sugar Shane, of course. Yeah, Mayweather already
Everybody
beat him
in the
up.
house. You know, Wayne Gretzky.
Even the great Wayne Gretzky, the greatest hockey player.
Yeah.
We got
Michael Phelps.
young Michael, the greatest swimmer.
Everybody and their mom was at this joint. You know?
And you got P. Diddy looking like Big Bird.
You know, they showed him holding up his drink. The drink matched his jacket. I'm sure he did it on purpose.
I'm sure he did. And when you did it, you can wear loud yellow for no apparent reason
Yeah.
and still get called a fashionista.
Right.
There's the flag, which also looks like Canelo's.
He would have been better to
pre-fight.
just wear the flag.
There it is. There it is. He draped in the Mexican flag with the extreme V-neck down to his belly button and the shoulder pads. When I saw him wearing this, I said he's not ready.
Cleavage was on his, though. I mean,
And then Mayweather came out with some snake skin. And, where they do that at?
where they do that at?
Where
I
they
don't
do
know
that at?
who styled him that day,
Right.
but
There it is.
fail. Epic fail.
Epic fail. Lil Wayne was out there with no shirt and,
He sat through the whole fight with no shirt on.
no shirt on.
He doesn't like shirts, I
He
guess.
doesn't like shirts.
Yeah.
So anyway, catch us next week.
Yeah. LockerRoomLiveTV.com throughout the week.
Yes.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. There is Mayweather, and we're gonna fade out.
Fade to black on that.
Looking at Lil Wayne with no shirt
That
and
was the
Mayweather
worst
with snake skin.
performance, too. Did you hear Wayne?
I didn't hear
It
anything
was
he was saying.
Terrible.
Yeah, I was looking at the snake skin.
Right. Anyways, Locker Room Live.
Started from the bottom.
Now we're here. Thank you for rolling with us. We'll see you next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, 9 p.m.